Hey everybody, it's me, Super Paul Games, and welcome back to... What are we playing? Oh, we're playing Star Trek the 25th Anniversary. Let's take a look at the mountain out there.
A majestic view of Mount Idle can be seen through the skylight.
Alright, so this guy here is really injured, and we needed to get some berries to synthesize some sort of medicine.
Good! You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab, quickly.
Alright, where's your lab? Oh, I know where your lab is. I don't want to talk to the door, I want to walk out of the door. Hello, door, how's your day? Go, go, go! We've got to save that poor... whatever his name is.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us.
Yes, he does. What did you discover?
I never dreamed that...
Oh, okay, here are the damn berries.
The settings on the Ardak 4 have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
I believe this is the machine.
An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner.
Alright. Making drugs, Spock? You're like, the Breaking Bad dude. Heisenberg. Oh, I guess Bones is doing it.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
I got my own Brother Chubb going on. Let's go, Bones. Alright. How are you all doing? I hope you're enjoying this. I'm having a blast with this game so far, not that we're very far in yet. Alright, so...
Thank you. You're most kind.
Good job, Bones. Way to heal him.
You know, Jim, they can take a captain out of a starship and a science officer out of his lab, but you can never retire a doctor.
Not the good ones, that's for sure.
My mom wanted me to become a doctor. Honest. But I hated my biology classes.
So did I, but I became one anyway.
That is not logical, Doctor.
Neither was some of my professors.
Everett, shut up. Nobody cares about what you wanted to do.
My Uncle John lived with the Acolytes a long time ago. He died in their service helping plague victims on New Ontario 6 20 years ago.
The Acolytes did a lot of good work for the needy in this quadrant.
It will be good to help them for a change.
I am Brother Grisnash. I went up the mountainside in solitary prayer seeking to face my fears. Indeed, I found them. A bellowing Krognik demon with sharp teeth and a long snout descended upon me in a rush of wind.
Captain, a Krognik demon has a decidedly wolfish appearance. Brother Grisnash, is this not the traditional shape of the Evil One and his minions among Tellarites?
It is.
I believe this may be significant, Captain.
Why, Spock?
The medical methods of these people seem primitive to me, Doctor.
By our standards, yes. Here the Acolytes prefer a simpler lifestyle. Unfortunately, this is one of the consequences.
So basically, they're like space Amish guys. All right, Brother Stephen, right?
I am Brother Stephen, an Ignatiate following the holy teachings with mind and soul alike. I believe the anomalous mineral readings in combination with evidence of ancient disturbances in this otherwise highly stable geologic location indicates previous habitation of the region eons ago.
Why, Spock, you two should get along fine. He sounds just like you.
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with you, Doctor, as science with your Vulcan associate. Let me continue. I believe our God made humans, aliens, and demons all. If I could get a real demon into my study, I would bless our God for the opportunity, as I thank him for everything in this life.
You tread close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door. I'm too old to make the trek myself, but I'm eager for knowledge. In return, I will offer you what insights our God grants these old eyes.
Are you Brother Roberts that was poo-pooing this?
A grim-faced minor colonist nods curtly at you.
I'm betting he is.
Brother Kandre is my partner. I was on the communications link when the demons caused the rockfall and silenced him.
He said he'd found a strange door with devilish writing. Truly, he came upon the gate of hell itself.
If hell goes to Kronos, maybe.
I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow you?
No.
Interesting that the demons just stayed there to protect things.
Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor.
Well, we've talked to everybody in here. I don't know where the head prelate is. You weren't the head prelate, were you? Oh, I don't remember now. I'm such a bad Captain Kirk. Can we do anything with our item here? We've got this hand.
Nothing happens.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that hand.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
Don't go using that for hand jobs. I don't know what we're gonna do with it.
See how the fingertips have micro-sized sensors? I wonder what use they may have.
Hand stuff? Hand jobs?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Let's take a look at those things again.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal.
Spock, can you give me some information about that? How do I do that again? Alright. Oops, wrong one. Spock, can you grab the hand and pick it up with the fake Klingon hand?
I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain.
I want the cat head.
I read a collection. A vintage 8012-86 of the mid-21st century. It is a fine museum piece. Fascinating, Captain. It is an RDAC 4 molecular synthesizer, a museum piece in perfect working order.
I know it might seem crazy, but I really want that cat head.
The glass case is locked. The glass case is locked.
Spock, can you open that for me? I want the cat head. I'm gonna put it on the Enterprise. It's gonna be rad.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
Alright, fuck y'all. Let's get out our phaser and just blast this. Look the other way, Brother Steven.
Jim, that would destroy the glass case.
I know, Bones. I want the cat head. I'm gonna put it on my head on a hat. I'm gonna be badass. You serious? You're not gonna help me out? Either of you? Alright. I definitely want what's in there, though. You know, actually, let's go back in there a second.
I wonder if any of this stuff might be useful.
I thought I'd ask Ensign Everett, because he was like, my uncle used to be with these guys. And he's just like, hey, maybe this stuff's useful. Shut up. I hate you, Everett. Can we, like, go that way, maybe? Hopefully this isn't where we die. Uh-oh.
A large pile of rubble blocks what appears to be a large metallic structure.
Spock, can you give me a reading on these giant boulders?
Captain, there are several weak points in the cave-in's structure. Careful use of our phasers from the top down should be able to clear it.
Alright.
Captain, the structure is extremely unstable. I would not recommend disturbing the lower section before the upper sections have been cleared.
I thought it was the upper section.
Assume firing positions.
You think they've practiced this? Their firing positions?
He's dead, Jim.
Sorry, Everett. Spock said I could do that.
Assume firing positions.
That action would be...
He's already dead, Jim. Isn't that good enough for you?
Are you sure he's dead?
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Can we pick him up and bring him back?
Ensign Everett lies dead, crushed by the boulder.
Well, we won't have to hear his crappy stories anymore. I'm sorry, Everett.
One of the acolytes who was trapped by the rockfall.
How is he? Is he alive?
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well.
We should probably get him back, shouldn't we?
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bellhop. This man's too hurt to be moved.
Can you perform medical stuff on him?
It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Unlike Everett.
Brother Kandri is barely conscious and is lying still, trying to regain his strength.
Oh, one of the acolytes in the place we just came from mentioned this guy.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
I'm sorry, Jim. Ensign Everett is beyond my help.
Man, that really sucks for Everett. He was a redshirt, so he had to die, but I still feel bad for him.
Nothing to report, Captain. It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered. Nothing to report, Captain.
Well, I'm pretty sure we have the correct handprint.
A cavern deep in Mount Idle.
Alright, so let's take the Klingon hand.
This hand was taken from the Klingon outside the cave.
Wrong hand.
A structure built into the surrounding rock. It must have been buried here for millennia.
It's been here for millennia? Are there people alive in it still? That would seem unlikely. Prepare for a hand jump. Look up, bro.
The hand's circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens.
Fascinating.
Nothing happens.
Spock.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
Alright, then give me some readings about what's further down the hole.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Alright, let's go in. Sorry, Everett. Bye. Hello? Anybody home?
It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art.
Let's see, is there anything else in here?
You get no response.
Oops, I accidentally tried to talk to the floor. Spock, I'm gonna make first contact with the floor. What am I missing?
This appears to control some unusual security equipment. Spock is analyzing the alien machines.
Well, what the hell do you see, Spock?
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device.
Interesting. What else do we have around here?
Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere, the moon, is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux Five. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it, an eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel.
Alright, so let's control panel it.
This alien construction takes readings of mental...
Oh, we already saw that. Oh, wait, how do I interact with it? Just use? Oh, no, we don't have any information from that. Can I just shove the hand into it?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. It looks like a control panel with slide switches.
Oh man, how do I don't understand the puzzle. Is it like half the sun? Is that it? Because there's like half of that, and then like half of this, right? And then that's like, what, a quarter or a fifth? That seems to be right.
Nothing happens.
Spock, I did it right. Maybe my mistake is that it's not half for this, it's full for this, because that's shadow on there. So let's take this down to half. And then let's try that at, what did I say, 1/4? Is that right there? Or do we have to have it at 2? Let's try 2. No? Okay, let's try it at 1.
Nothing happens.
God! I've got this! Don't worry, dudes! I know what I'm doing, totally. I practiced this at Starfleet. Oh, maybe that's the way. It's supposed to be mostly. Because that's the bright part. That's the bright part.
Nothing happens.
God dang it! I solved it! I'm gonna punch this computer. It's computer nuts.
Nothing happens.
Spock, this is your fault. We'll come back here. How do I get out of here?
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me.
What a rude question. I came back here because I couldn't figure out how to do the other part.
Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Looks like a pile of junk if you... Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens?
Sure.
True curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very pretty, don't you? Shall I go into mineral specimen? Meteorite. I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux 5 eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might have been like. I think that the moon, like Earth's moon, would have made a total eclipse of the sun possible. I would have liked to have seen that. For conditions making a perfect total eclipse are rare in the universe. Our God creates great wonders. Shall I go into mineral specimen? Meteorite. Fossil shell. Skull of a small fossil shell.
All right, we're going to get to the kitty's head skull, but I want this first.
One of the oldest forms I've seen on this planet. Our God makes beautiful things indeed. Shall I go into...
Tell me about the kitty head. Whoa.
Twist of skull of a twist of metal. Skull of the skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet, about the size of a house cat from Earth. The Silatis combine a rather insectoid pattern with four-legged reptilian form, including praying mantis-like forelimbs. Shall I go into mineral specimen?
That's a hell of a creepy cat. If it's got that many legs.
Or twist of metal. This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into mineral specimen?
That would really back what we've found. That we've found that whatever inside the mountain that shows that people, well, maybe not people, some sort of alien species probably lived here prior to the Acolytes showing up.
Or would you rather move on to something else? Minerals, meteorite, fossils, or would you rather... Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
Oh, sweet, we can take this shit? Good. So that's what I had to do, was talk with him about it? I was just going to steal it, to be honest. We're just taking it all. Yoink! Thanks, bro. Love you. You can have it back later. Probably never.
This place looks real comfortable. A place to combine work, contemplation. Man's got an eye for the beauty of useful things and for the use of beautiful things. I think we could get along fine.
You think he's beautiful, Bones? Well, that's alright. As this is an adventure game, one of these things we've got has got to be useful. In fact, before we go too far, we're gonna go back to the, can we go through the woods? I was gonna be like, where's Everett? We're missing him. And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot a giant rock fell on him. Sorry, bro. Hey, Everett. It's kind of like we're at NORAD with all these tunnels. Alright, let's look at our inventory. Can we not access it here?
The brain case of a small creature, looking slightly insectoid, somewhat reptilian.
Alright, I'm sure we'll need to get back to that later on, but... I've tried everything, like, okay, the first one I thought was nothing, it was half. Apparently they don't have any background noise here.
Nothing happens.
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Spock, can you do that for me? I'm having a hard time.
Welcome to our home. Thank you for repairing our somnambutron.
Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory.
Alright, that scared me, because I was just fucking around with the dials, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And then all of a sudden this dude pops up out of the ground, he's like, hey, how are you? Hi, dude, we're not gonna be rude.
I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from? We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? Stop. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from?
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Some advanced civilization.
Kirk, no, we can't say that.
Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons.
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarite, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home. Oh, woe! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found. I implore you, if you can help, please do so.
What's the...
Jim, think about that skull we picked up from Brother Stephen. Now look at this alien. See the resemblance?
Oh, did we take up a baby skull? I'm sorry, dude.
A child? No, I see many differences. This must be what our people who did not slumber have become. Still, I would like to see these remains properly interred, according to the precepts of our religion. May I keep this?
Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interesting theological discussions. I think I should return it to where I got it from.
No, I think Brother Stephen will understand that we gave them the skull. It's important to them.
No, I want to keep it as a memento for myself.
That's what I really want to do. If I was role-playing this... Well, I wouldn't role-play it as Captain Kirk. If I was role-playing it as Jerk Captain Paul, I'm like, no, I'm keeping it.
Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interesting theological discussions.
He's just holding it. All right.
The alien is humanoid with green reptilian skin. It appears unarmed.
Fascinating. This life form may represent what would have happened had the dinosaurs of your Earth not become extinct.
Perhaps we should try to communicate with the alien.
I was just talking to him, Bones. Did you not see that?
This life form appears to be intelligent, a new sentient race. There appears to be a resemblance between it and the Celotis, although the present forms are quite small and definitely non-sentient.
That means we're making first contact. That's pretty cool. What about these rocks? You want these?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh, what about the twisted key? Well, chunk of metal. Maybe it's a key.
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your Federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
That was an incredibly successful mission. Bye, space dude.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux 5 and evaluate your performance at 94%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears.
Thing. I think we lost 6% because Everett's died. They're like, a red shirt's only worth 6%. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. I'm loving this game, and I hope to see you all in the next episode of Star Trek the 25th Anniversary.
Assume firing positions.
He's dead, Jim.
Assume firing positions.